it's Janelle and welcome back to another Thrift With Me video. The other day I went thrift shopping, or op shopping as we call it here in Australia, and I found so many amazing things that I'm so excited to share with you today. Before I do go ahead and show you what I found on this op shopping trip, I did actually film my whole thrift shopping adventure, so you can see a little bit of what op shopping is like here in Australia and yeah, see a little bit of what I got up to. So I've just arrived at the first op shop for today and I'm so excited to go op shopping. I feel like it's been such a long time since I've been, and in particular today I'm hoping to find a few bits and pieces for my winter wardrobe. A couple of turtlenecks and things like that would be ideal, and I'd also like to find a few fabric bits for some sewing kits that I have planned to bring out later in the month when I release my Hannah pattern. So fingers crossed I have a bit of luck today and find some gems. When I go op shopping, I always make a beeline straight to the fabrics and the bedding section. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I love to repurpose bed sheets into clothing. You can just find some really beautiful and unique fabrics in the bedding section, and they tend to have a really nice use quality to them, which is really lovely to work with as well. I also always check out the vintage patterns and have a little bit of a rummage through, see what I can find. I just love collecting vintage patterns, and because trends and fashions repeat themselves so often, you can really find some beautiful patterns that are like perfectly on trend in the vintage sections, and they're usually really cheap, like 50 cents to $1 each. At this particular op shop, I found a Laura Ashley pattern, and it's like my dream dress pattern. I've been looking for a pattern like this one for the longest time. I literally couldn't believe it when I saw it, and it was only $1, but I'll show you that in a bit more detail later. Seriously, not too bad for the first stop at all. The next op shop that I stopped at had so many fabrics. I didn't really find many that were my style. They were definitely lovely, but I did decide to leave a lot of them behind for somebody else. But yeah, it was really cool to see just so many fabrics available. The next op shop I stopped into is one of the bigger ones in my area, and unfortunately I didn't really find much there this time, but it is always worth checking out. This one has so many beautiful vintage homewares and kitchenware and furniture and things like that, and they do a really good job at displaying everything so well. They actually have like the vintage kitchen cabinets out with everything on display. It's just definitely worth checking out. I then stopped into one of my local salvos, and unfortunately I didn't find that many clothes, but there were so many beautiful shirts and I was really tempted to pick this one up with the most beautiful collar. I actually kind of regret not buying that one. The collar was just so amazing. And then I did find one kind of crew turtleneck top, and if it had long sleeves I would have definitely picked it up. It was this beautiful brick red color, but I just didn't think the short sleeves were my style. So I've been to about half of the op shops that I plan to visit today, and already I have a pretty substantial pile of amazing finds next to me, so that's a really good sign. I haven't really found many clothing items yet. I think I might have left the winter clothing shop a little bit late, and on the way to this op shop I'm at currently, I did see snow on the mountains, so winter has well and truly arrived here in Tasmania. So yeah, I don't think there's many wintry bits and pieces left. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a bit more luck in the clothing section in the last few op shops I'm going to pop into today. This next one is a bit of a random one that I don't go to that often, but it sometimes has really amazing fabric finds. So let's see what we can find. This op shop is actually one of my top secret places to go for fabric, so I'm not quite sure how I feel about telling you all about it. It's basically run by a local church, and they just have an abundance of bed sheets and fabrics and other random things like tablecloths and curtains, and it's kind of set out in a way that you can really just rummage through it all and find some real gems. And every time I go there, I'm literally the only person in the store. I think it's because it's a little out of the way and not many people actually know about it. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything this time, but it was still fun to go and have a look, and like I said, having the whole place to yourself is just really fun. I then went and had a look at the tip shop, which I'll explain later in the video exactly what the tip shop is. It's basically just a whole heap of random junky bits and pieces. Nothing really has a price on it. If you do want to find out the price of something, you kind of have to find a member of staff and they will let you know, but you can get some really good bargains, and there's often quite a few good fabric options available too, and like I said, they're really cheap, so I like going in there and having a bit of a look around. And then the last op shop I went to, I didn't actually have any luck at all, but I did see a whole bunch of these beautiful crocheted blankets, which I was very tempted to pick up, but I already have way too many as it is, so I didn't need any more. And I also found a few picnic baskets while I was there as well. For some reason, I'm so drawn to baskets. I don't know what it is. I just love them so much. And then I did also manage to find another beautiful embroidered collared top. Also kind of regret leaving that behind too, because I think under a jumper with that little embroidered collar poking out would have been so cute. So let me show you everything I found. Okay, so like I said, I was mainly going thrift shopping to find some winter things for my wardrobe, which unfortunately I didn't end up finding any. It has cooled down so quickly here in Tasmania, and I guess I've left it a little bit too late and all of the good winter stuff is already gone. But that's okay, because I did manage to find a lot of beautiful fabric pieces, which is something I'm always looking for when I go to the op shop. And I think some of them are going to be perfect for some sewing kits that I have planned to bring out later this month. The first two items I have to share are two ginormous pillowcases. So as you can see, they're like massive. They're definitely way bigger than the standard pillow, but they're both made of the most amazing kind of crinkle, almost seersucker gingham fabric. I love gingham and I love seersucker, so I just instantly grabbed both of these. I was really hoping I would find the doona cover, or duvet cover as you call it in most parts of the world, but unfortunately I didn't find it. It would have been really nice to have found a doona cover, because obviously I would have had a lot more fabric, but because these are so big, I think I should be able to make at least a nice top out of one. We'll just have to wait and see, but I was happy to pick them up anyway, and I actually found these at the tip shop, which is known for being really cheap, so I think I picked up both of these for like $1. The next fabric I picked up is this grey cotton jersey fabric. Like I said, I wanted to find some turtlenecks while I was out thrifting, which unfortunately I didn't, but I did manage to pick up this big piece of jersey fabric that I will potentially be able to make some turtlenecks out of. And this piece cost me $2. It says it's a remnant, so it could have lots of different shapes cut out of it. I'm not entirely sure, but for $2 I thought I'd pick it up and yeah, have a go at making some turtlenecks instead. This next piece is probably my favourite from the trip. It's this beautiful vintage bedsheet in the most amazing kind of brownie mustard floral print. This particular vintage floral print is my all-time favorite print. It was obviously a very popular print during the 60s or 70s whenever these sheets were made, as I've managed to find this particular print many times at the thrift store. I'm not sure if it's just an Australian print. Let me know if you've ever found this particular floral print in the op shops where you're from. I did actually unfold this piece and had a good look at it in the shop, and there appears to be absolutely no fading or stains whatsoever. It is such good quality. It still feels a little bit crisp, which is perfect. Like it's just been sat in someone's cupboard for the last 40 years. So yeah, it's in very good nick, and I think if I can part with it, because I do adore this print, this will be a great option for the sewing kits. I also picked this one up from the tip shop, and I think I only paid about $1 for this piece as well. The tip shop is a thrift shop, but it's at the local tip or dump, so it's a little bit more junky and a bit more like a salvage shop, but you can still find some amazing clothes and fabric pieces there, so I always like to go in and have a bit of a rummage. The next fabric I have is just this beautiful cotton peachy bedsheet. Again, I saw this and instantly thought it would be great for the sewing kits. This one is a queen size bed and it was only $3. I like to use recycled fabric for the sewing kits because A, it's a bit more affordable, so I can keep the price of the sewing kits down a little bit, and B, because they're recycled, it makes it a more environmentally friendly option, and it also makes the sewing kits a little bit more unique as well, because I'm using only recycled and vintage fabrics. This piece here was the first piece I found of the day. Again, I think it's a queen size doona cover, and I can't seem to find the price on it. Oh, there it is. This piece cost me $6, and because it's a doona cover, there's a front and a back, so there's heaps of fabric here in the most beautiful blue gingham with this lovely kind of daisy print on it. It's just so, so beautiful, and it reminds me of a picnic, and I just was instantly drawn to it and had to pick it up. I thought this one would be great for the sewing kits as well, especially if you're from the Northern Hemisphere and are in spring at the moment. It's just such a spring fabric, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever, and I was so, so happy to find this piece as well. Next, I have this adorable floral cotton fabric. It looks like it might be a genuine vintage cotton fabric. It's just such a lovely quality. Again, it's got that real crispness, like it's been sat in someone's cupboard for the last 20-30 years. And I just thought the print of it was just so adorable. Definitely very summery, which is a shame because I'm going into winter here, but I just had to pick it up because I thought it was adorable and an absolute bargain. And the last fabric that I found is just this tiny little remnant of the most adorable vintage fabric. There's literally not much fabric there at all, but I think this one will be really cute to add to my like scrap fabric stash, and might come in handy for a future 10-minute sewing projects video. Next up, let me show you the sewing patterns that I found. The first pattern that I picked up was this one here, which is style 3734. It's actually a night dress and a house coat, but I really love the style of it, and I thought the sleeves are really cute as well. And I think especially this style here could totally be worn as a dress. I just think it's adorable, and it only cost me $1, so I thought I'd pick this one up and add it to my vintage pattern stash. Next up, I found another style pattern. This one is 4748. This one was really cool because it not only has this amazing maxi length skirt, but it also comes with this beautiful puffy sleeve blouse as well. So I thought that that was a really good deal, and it only cost me 50 cents. And the last pattern that I picked up, which is just so amazing, I couldn't believe it when I saw it, is this beautiful McCall's / Laura Ashley pattern. It's McCall's 7319 if you're interested. And it's just the most amazing 80s styled Laura Ashley dress. As you can hopefully see, it has the most amazing full skirt, and it comes with 2 sleeve options, but I'm just obsessed with these long puffy sleeves. I just love this style of dress so much at the moment, especially when it's made out of like non-formal fabrics, so like a cotton fabric or something. I think that could be a really cool combination. So yeah, definitely stay tuned, as I will probably be doing another sewing a dress from a vintage pattern with this one soon. This piece here is probably the only clothing item I found that I'm able to wear just as it is. It's this lovely Princess Highway blouse. I absolutely love the style of Princess Highway clothing. I don't shop there much anymore just because I find the prices are so expensive for the quality of the item. But when I find Princess Highway at the op shop, I just have to pick it up. This blouse is a size 6, but it's luckily a little bit oversized, so I think I can get away with it. Because yeah, size 6 is a little bit on the smaller end for me. But yeah, I was really happy to find this, and I think it will be a great one for autumn. Paired with my burnt orange Princess Highway cord skirt, I think that could be a really cute outfit. These next 2 pieces are both skirts, and I picked them up because they are both styles of skirts that I'm interested in making for myself, but as they are at the moment, they're not quite my style. So I kind of picked them up to be able to recreate them and make myself a pattern from them. The first one is this adorable mini skirt with this tiny little slit. I have tried this skirt on, and it is snug, to say the least. It's not terrible, it's just slightly too short on me. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to include me wearing this in this video, so you might just be seeing the skirt on its own. But I do really love this style, and I think if I just made it slightly longer and slightly less fitted, I think it could work really well for me. So this skirt cost me $7, and I thought for $7 I would pick it up, make myself a little pattern from it so I can make a skirt similar for my wardrobe. I also think the fabric of this one's adorable too, so I will definitely probably end up repurposing this for something else. And this next skirt is just a really beautiful midi length skirt with this super dramatic slit. It's actually got 2 slits, which I don't love. I would only do the one if I was going to put a slit. I just think this random weird piece of fabric just looks really strange. But I tried this skirt on as well and it fits me perfectly. So I think, like I said, I'm going to make myself a pattern from it. And the very last item I have to share with you is something that I didn't actually find on this thrift shopping trip, but I did find at a kind of flea market recently, and I'm so obsessed with it, I just had to share it with you. It is this amazing round picnic basket. I've actually had my eye on a picnic basket very similar to this one by the brand Picnic Emporium, I think they're called. They have these amazing round picnic baskets just like this with like a flat lid so you can actually put your drinks and food on the lid. But then I managed to find this beautiful vintage basket at the flea market for $30, and I managed to haggle them down to $25, which was really scary, but I was proud of myself for doing that. And I just think it's the most beautiful thing ever. It's got like this twisty lid so you can have it open and then twist it so it stays shut. And it's such a beautiful basket as well with this kind of like wicker detail in the center here. The only thing I don't love about it are these handles, which are just some rope that they've attached onto it. So yeah, if you have any ideas what I could swap these rope handles out with to make this basket a little bit nicer, I would really appreciate your suggestions in the comments. But yeah, I'm super happy with this find. I think it was an absolute bargain, and I cannot wait for next summer so I can take this beautiful basket on picnics with me everywhere I go. So I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing a little bit of my thrift shopping trip, as well as all the things that I found. Thrift shopping is one of my all-time favorite things to do, and I personally really love watching these types of videos, so hopefully you enjoyed it too. Before I finish this video, I did just want to mention, which you may or may not have already noticed, is that my popcorn cardigan is finally complete. I finished it over the Easter weekend. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick little update, and I'll definitely be sharing more about this cardigan in a future video soon. If you enjoyed this video, then I would love it if you could give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Have a lovely day, and thanks for watching.